All right, so I'm in the midst of changing some things around. So I thought I would give patrons a kind of a backwards or backstage kind of look at it. So I've got an ottoman right here. Well, it's a bench. It's a storage bench. I've got some stuff that's been on the floor for a while in it. So I've cleaned up a few boxes out of my room. I've obviously moved the camera further towards the corner. My intention is not to have the board here, but I'm going to have everything set up. And then in the corner, you won't be able to see it, but I started stringing up some lights. I got 32 feet of LED lights that I'm going to string all the way around. I was going to do it by myself. Almost fell down, and I thought, you know what? I should have my wife here so we can do this together so that nobody gets hurt. Because with all the crap I've got in here, I can call it crap because it's my stuff. With all the crap I've got in here, it is kind of tricky getting around and putting all those up. So, yeah, the plan is to have the lights this way, have the lights that way. And I'm hoping that it'll help even out the lighting, because at night, it kind of drives me nuts having that light over my head on, because it just, it doesn't look good. I don't think it looks good on camera. I hate doing the reviews that way, but I don't have a choice. I miss summer where the sun would be up till 10 o'clock at night. And of course the TV right now is much, much further forward than it normally is, because I had to make room, pull the jerseys forward so I can get all that behind there. But it's going to be tricky. It's in process. And then I wanted to show this off a little bit too. So Jersey Baron, who I have saved in my my listings on eBay. That's eBay. I don't talk about them a lot because their jerseys get really, really pricey. But they also get a lot of the authentics. So this is a Reebok Authentic Canadian, which apparently makes a big difference. I didn't have it. I have the CCM version of the Atlanta jersey. Where is it? It's in here. Right here. So this is the CCM version, which has all the stripes on it. This one does not have the stripes on it, and the sleeve is a little different. It is different, and this is an authentic. This is not. So although this is a nice logo because it's a CCM and CCM does them nice, for Reebok this is absolutely fantastic. Of course you've got the piping because Reebok reasons, but this is an authentic and it feels so nice. And it's one of those ones, as soon as I put it on, I'm like, man, I can't wait to wear this to a meetup. Oh, it's white. Yeah, never mind. Forget it. I only wore a white jersey to a meetup once, and that was enough for me. So what this is, according to the listing on Jersey Baron, it's a prototype. It is not meant for retail sale. It's a prototype. And so they had it up, and I think it was $100 or best offer, or $80 or best offer, and I was like, I think I offered them $70. I was like, yeah, all right, I'll just offer. And they took it. I was like, holy crap, I totally would have paid $80. Oh my God, I would have paid more than that. So I got this. I kind of feel like it's a one of a kind type thing, type deal. And it is so nice, and it's so heavy duty. I can't explain the difference between, now CCMs are not the one to use for an example. But I will say this CCM, I've had this for, it's got to be 15, almost 20, no, about 20 years. So it's kind of gone yellowish in places, because that's what white jerseys do. There isn't really a way to prevent that overall. We'll see what the Adidas do that. Of course, 20 years from now, I'll be in my mid-60s, so I won't care. I'll be like, yeah, it's yellow. Who cares? I'm yellow. Forget it. So, yeah, this is kind of fun that it's... And this is different. So this, you have, it's flexible, it's rib knit. This one's not. So they are different. And they are different enough that to me it qualifies as two different entries on the countdown. I do think this one's nicer. I do wish that there was something at the bottom. I do. I wish there were stripes at the bottom like you have on this. But you know what? It's a minor quibble. And the sleeves, the way that they have this done is really kind of nice. So this arrived today, like half an hour ago, and I know I'm wearing a Calgary hat because I was wearing a Calgary jersey at the time, and I was like, okay, done. But it's all kind of coming together. So I've had a vision for how I want the studio to work for the last 3 years, and we're getting there. It's still not there. There's parts of it that are close. Even the hats, the way the hats are stored, I'm still not happy. The way the jerseys are, I'm still not completely happy with the way the jerseys are either. This storage bench means I can actually sit down a little bit while I watch hockey. I've been standing for exorbitant amounts of time, which is fine, but on Saturdays it would be nice. On Tuesdays and Thursdays it would be nice to be able to sit down a little bit while I'm watching hockey or during breaks, that kind of thing. And I haven't really had anywhere to sit in here. So at least this has storage in it as well. And it has a capacity of 660 pounds. So pretty sure I'm not 660 pounds. I don't have to worry about breaking the sucker either. So yeah, I'm happy today. This is a good day. It's a light night in hockey tonight. We'll see how everything is set up for tonight. At the very least, I'll get the ladder out of here. So even if I don't get the lights all up there, even if they're not turned on at the time that I do the video, I will make sure that I get the ladder out of there for the review, if it can even be seen. The big trick is, again, you can see it all in your head. One thing that Yvonne's made clear to me from the moment we moved in here, Shannon, the room's not as big as you think it is. Even before we moved in, before I had anything in here, while we were still in the old house, it was, Shannon, that room's not as big as you think it is. I was like, it's bigger than you think it is. And then we moved in here, and I said to her, remembering she'd said it, this room really isn't as big as I thought it was. So, kind of happy. I'm also kind of excited because my Christmas shopping for Yvonne, I consider it done right now. So that feels kind of nice. And yeah, I'm also excited because she mentioned in the live stream it's going to be all hockey, and I was like, I'll show her. So there was a box of stuff that I had ordered from shop.nhl.ca in here. I gave it all to her. One gift at a time, I gave it all to her. So there's still some hockey in what she's getting for Christmas. But I splurged a little bit, and I took money I was going to spend on a few other hockey-related items because I thought it would be funny, right? And also at the same time, I was getting her stuff that she would actually want. Like, she can borrow my jerseys, but men's jerseys don't fit like women's jerseys do. So now I'll be able to get her the women's jerseys. And I'm excited about that. But at the same time, I thought, no, she needs to have Christmas. She needs to have her Christmas. And I need to kind of crank it up a little bit. So I think the presents total is, I don't know, it's like 12 or 13 things I've got her. So I'm all set. I'm good. I'm fine. And yeah, this is a fun time of year now. And 4 years ago, I hated the Christmas season. Absolutely hated it. I didn't put up a tree. I didn't have a light up. I had nothing. These are not just for Christmas. I know there's going to be people who go, hey, look, Shannon put up Christmas lights. No. These are the ones that you see from outside that actually are used by businesses very often, where they shine in all the different colors, so I can make them just yellow or orange or red or whatever. Yvonne said, well, look at them on camera before you put them up. Well, no. If they don't work, then I'll just turn them off while I'm doing videos. But I can also mess around with the colors. So if blue looks bad, then I can go with orange, and then I can mess with the colors, and you can dim it as well. So it would allow me to customize my videos much more. It would give that much more of a punch, and I do like to continually change the set. I do like to continually change the look of the videos, the feel of it. Because the more that I can do that, the more that I can advance the vision I have for what I want this to look like, the tougher it gets for some of the imitators out there to keep up. And there's a number of them. I know when the firing of Babcock took place, and then I was looking it up on YouTube. And I was looking for Tim and Sid's video on it because I hadn't been home to see it. And I came across a lot of the channels I've heard of, a lot of the hockey channels I've heard of. And in every case, I was like, okay, they're either in the room or they're in a garage, they're standing in front of jerseys or they're sitting in front of jerseys and hockey memorabilia. It looks and feels exactly like what I do. So I have to continue to innovate. And when people are like, oh, just relax, just take some time, you're fine, take a few days off. No. That's not how I work. That's not how I got here. And that's not how I'm going to stay here. because there's any number of other channels out there that be like, oh yeah, you should take a few days off. And then they go, please let there be a big news item. Please let there be a big news item while Shannon's on holidays in Barbados or wherever he is. Have fun in Fiji. Enjoy that. Please let there be a big news item. And of course, realistically, even if I was in Fiji, I'd make sure I had a Wi-Fi connection, and I'd be standing up to my knees in ocean water with wearing a jersey and a hat and swim trunks with the camera like this and saying, all right, from Fiji, news today, Vancouver fires Travis Green. And those smaller channels be like, damn it! He never takes a day off. One thing that I'm thinking about doing while we're in Vegas this coming trip in March, the weather should be perfect. So with the weather being perfect, I want to do something outdoors with my cell phone. So using a cell phone camera, I would like to be able to do something that is different this time around. So I'm going to figure that out, and I'm kind of excited about that. And of course, we have Disneyland in January. I'll be able to do some outdoor stuff with Disneyland as well. I am a little bit nervous only because I love my wife very much, but the idea of you've got a wife and 3 kids and you're in a hotel for 4 days. Yeah, I could see that being a situation where at the end of those 4 days, we can't wait to get home. And the situation where everybody's sitting on the plane and nobody's talking to each other. Although in reality, the bickering would continue onto the plane throughout the flight and throughout the drive home. But we'll see. So, guarded optimism when it comes to the Disneyland trip. I know I will have fun. And then the Vegas trip is just going to be awesome. I know it is. It's going to be spring break. We're going to be able to be there for St. Patrick's Day. I have to make sure I have green jerseys for the occasion. And yeah, this is one of those days where I realize like I'm kind of living the dream. And I know that. I don't take any of it for granted. I'm very grateful. And you know, tomorrow when things are crazy busy, I keep that in mind. I keep that in mind any day where things go crazy. And tomorrow there's 14 games. And the first one's on at 9:30 a.m. So thanks. Thanks, schedule guy. But I can get through that. No problem. All right. That being said, I'm going to continue to try to get this all arranged and figured out. I'll watch some more of Tim and Sid. It's interesting because Sid's on here with his brother today. And they called his parents, well, their parents at the start of it. And it's funny because I remember the first time I saw his brother hosting Sportsnet, and I didn't see his name, and I'm like, okay, that's Sid's brother. I could just pick it up from the voice, the hairline, and just the way that they talk, and I was like, that's Sid's brother. So yeah, kind of fun, and yeah. Let me know what you guys think, your opinions on any of this, and thank you again for all your support. It means a ton. And I'm still in my mind envisioning how I'm going to change things. So the 2 stools that I've had in here that were supposed to be for me but end up being for the cat. Well, now that I have this bench here, now he can sit down and I can sit down. And if Bear wants to sit on the other side, she can. So there's room for all of us. And then I can get everything else organized in and around that. There is a vision in this somewhere, and I will figure it out if it takes another 3 or 4 years. And hopefully you guys are all along for the ride. Thanks for your support. I will talk to you again soon.